Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. How are you today? Well, it's Sunday, the end of the weekend, but it's a Sunday with no sun. Again, I'm having lighting issues, but the day goes on. I hope your weekends went well. So, it's November and we're still in our trial and error month. So, I have a thing that I wanted to show you. I want to get my hair out of the way. I have a student and she introduced me to it's a screw hairpin, and I'll put a picture in so that you can see that. So basically this screw, they come in colors to match your hair, and this one is like I guess for like light medium brown hair. Her hair is a little bit darker than mine, and she has a thick full head of Mediterranean hair. My hair is kind of thin, so let's see what we'll do. I decided that I would just make maybe two puffs, and you have to twist it and wrap it around. And once you get it set, you take the open end and you slide it down and you screw the hairpin down. Just like that. So let's try this side. I'll twist my hair. Now her hair is a lot thicker. If you have thicker hair, then I would suggest maybe putting a rubber band around your hair first. This side that's open, down, and then screw. And I tried it Friday night after work because she gave them to me Friday. I tried it then, and yesterday morning I got ready to take it down. I thought I was just going to snatch it. Don't do that. You need to unscrew it. So you don't want to tear your hair out from the roots. So I kind of went ahead and got started, a jump start on the video by doing my eyebrows and applying my concealer on my eyes and under the eyebrow area so that the video wouldn't be so long. So we'll move forward from there. I'm really excited. I wanted to try with you the palette that is going to be part of the giveaway, the Heavy Metals palette by Urban Decay. And it has 20 colors. All the colors with their names are listed on the back of the box. And the palette, again, is really beautiful and it slides out. So you have your neutral colors on one end, and then on the opposite end, oh, I don't want to blend you with the mirror. Hold on a second. You have the colorful ones on the opposite side. So since I'm wearing blue today, I kind of wanted to mess around with the blues. I think I'm going to do blue for my birthday next month. So this is a good opportunity for me to play in it with you. But before we start the eyeshadow, I need to put on a little foundation and uh, get my face prepared first. So I'm using this Cherimoya face primer. I purchased this from Marshall's a few weeks ago, and it's a nice primer. Primers are meant to seal the pores and helps your makeup to go on much smoother and helps to prevent like creasing and cracks in your makeup. And I probably should have put some moisturizer on first. My skin is kind of dry, especially in this area. I've been wearing a lot of new products lately. So I had a little reaction from something. I don't know what it was. But I didn't wear any makeup at all last week just to give my skin a break. And I just used moisturizers when I would wash my face in the morning and then again in the evening before I go to bed. So this primer here, it feels like it's very moisturizing. It feels like there's a slight amount of oil in it. So I'm going to let it sit just for a couple of minutes and kind of absorb into my skin before I apply my foundation. So, what's new? What did you guys do this weekend? Are you ready for Thanksgiving? Well, my weekend was busy, as weekends always are. I spent some time with my dad because I prepared him some dinner. I took him a nice plate. He had fried chicken, fried chicken, dressing and gravy, smothered cabbage, and cranberry sauce. I wanted to do sweet potatoes, candied sweet potatoes, but I ran out of time, and he's a diabetic, so I want to get his food to him quicker, usually around 2:30. Is the time that he eats his lunch. But I think I might have got there about 3:30 or 4, so I was running a little bit behind. But I enjoyed my visit with my dad and always do. Um, Today will be a light dinner since I'm doing videos and we'll have to edit them. But I did wash one load of clothes and I have some help to finish up the rest of the clothes. So that's always nice to have help. So for my foundation, I'm using Avon Flawless Look, and this is in the color Sable. So I'm going to put some of this on my finger, dot that on. And this foundation is like a medium coverage, I would say. It's not real heavy. It's on the lighter side. Uh-oh. I want that flying everywhere. Oh, no, it's not. Okay, there we go. It's way over half a bottle left. It's almost time for me to change color. Um, this is my more like summer makeup, uh, summer foundation because of the color is a little bit darker because I get a little bit tan. Oh boy, I did squirt some on the screen. Okay, well, it's not very much. It won't affect what you see. So what am I going to use to blend this in? I guess since I didn't dampen my beauty blender, I will use, you know what? Oh, here it is. I was about to go old school on you. Before brushes, the orange sponge. I love these orange sponges, but I use it mostly for powders, and they're about $1.50 from any beauty supply or drugstore, and they're an alternative to the beauty blender. My beauty blenders need to be washed. That um, foundation on it. So I'm going to use this brush to blend my foundation in. So back to we were talking about Thanksgiving. What are your plans? If you have something exciting going on for Thanksgiving, let me know in the comments section. Some of your ideas for Thanksgiving, what you're going to cook. Are you having company or are you going out of town? I'm staying home, and I know I will be doing most of the cooking. My sister will probably help. Um, my nephew, he lives out of town, and he's not coming home for Thanksgiving. I think I need a little bit more foundation right on my forehead. He's not coming home for Thanksgiving. He's going to come in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. So my plan, and I had to run it past my dad because I know he wants to eat. My plan is to do cheeseburgers and fries for Thanksgiving, and the week that my nephew comes in, that's when we'll have our Thanksgiving dinner. So that should be real nice because I know he wants some home cooking, so we'll wait on him to come. And then we'll have our dinner together. Just the normal food, turkey, ham, dressing. I have greens in my yard, collard greens, so I'll pick those. I better get them by next weekend and get them washed and cut up and maybe in the freezer, parboil them and get them in the freezer. And then all I have to do is cook my meat and pop the greens in. Okay, so foundation is done and it looks even. Just want to make sure I don't have any in my hair and that my hairline is even. Okay, it is. All right, so we'll move on. Next step, LA Pro concealer in the color Fawn. And I'm going to put this under my eyes, down my nose, on my Cupid's bow, and on my chin. And the highlighter gives depth to your face and also helps to lighten dark spots. Okay, so we'll get some of this on. And I like to put it down on at the top of my cheek, come down that far because my glasses, they sit there, especially if I wear the glasses that are larger. I have a pair of large frame glasses and I want to get my nose as well where the glasses sit. I'm dark there. Yep, so that's it for Thanksgiving. What I'm really waiting for is my time off in December. I haven't had a vacation for a while. I'm excited. I'm going to have 10 days off in a row and a lot of time that I can spend with you guys and doing videos and watching movies and the ID channel. I love the ID channel. Oh, and I can't forget like Love and Hip Hop and Real Housewives of Atlanta. I'll probably watch a lot of reruns. The season is up now. They just started Housewives of Atlanta, and Nene is back. So, I don't know what happened. I thought that she was gone for good, but I guess maybe things didn't work out for her like she wanted them to, because she kind of blew up for a moment. Uh, but it appears like that may have been short-lived. I don't know. I'm just talking. I don't know about those people's business, but that's what it appeared to be, short-lived. Um, I think she did a little Broadway, and she did that show Glee, and I don't know if you call it it was a reoccurring role on Glee, but it didn't appear. I wasn't that crazy about it. Let's just put it that way. I'd rather see her on Real Housewives of Atlanta. But Phaedra, oh boy, she didn't come back. She wasn't on last Sunday, so I don't know what happened to her. Except for like she really, I think, messed up when it came to Candy and Portia. That was kind of sad. The reunion. It appeared that she had used Portia just to get back at Candy. I'm sorry, I'm using my magnifying mirror to the side here. Just to make sure that my concealer is completely blended in and no lines. Yep, so uh, um, eyes out of focus. Yeah, I'm really excited for my vacation next month and my birthday as well. And then Christmas and New Year's, and then we start fresh. 2018 is coming, guys. This year really flew by fast. I don't know where time goes. A lot of things happened this year's special. My grandson graduated high school and now is in his first semester of college, and I'm so proud of him. My granddaughter, she's in a special program, I believe with Michigan State. I'm very proud of her, and they just are growing and getting out of the way. So that's a nice thing. Hmm. Okay, so I have my foundation all blended in nicely and my concealer. So now I'm going to move on to a little bit of setting powder, and I'm using the Ben Nye Luxury Setting Powder in Banana. And what I usually do is tap a little bit into the cap, and then I use a brush. And if I have any extra, then I can just throw it into this jar that I have with loose powders in, and that works out just fine. So I'll put this on. just lightly. And that'll help to set both the foundation and the concealer. And your makeup job will last longer. Especially like if you're going to work and you're there for 8 to 10 hours. Or if you're going to a party or out for dinner and you're going to be gone away for a few hours. Usually when you use the setting powder, you don't really need to go back in and use like a sponge or anything to absorb any excess oils. I like to put a little bit extra where my glasses sit because I really tend to get oily there. And I'll put a little bit across my lip and my cupid's bow where I put the concealer. And I'll put some on my chin and forehead. And I try to be light with this powder, but it tends to fly. And I'll put some here where I put it on my nose. Get that in my eye. Okay, so I have my setting powder on. And when you set your concealer and foundation, you want to let it sit on your face at least 10 minutes if you have the time. I'm not going to take that much time today. I just want to keep it moving. So you see I'm dumping the excess into my loose powder container. I don't want to waste the luxury setting powder because it's kind of expensive, about 20 bucks. And I just shake it up with my loose powders and it blends right in with the color. Yep, just like that. And these loose powders came from older palettes that I depotted and I just stuck into this container. Okay, let me put my cap back on. So, now I have to decide which color I'm going to wear out of this Heavy Metals palette. And I'm going to use the colorful side. Probably the blue and either, let's see, I'm going to put my glasses on so I can tell you exactly which ones. Let's see. I like the Amp, this one here, and I like Dive, this blue here. There's a difference in those two blues. And I like is Metalhead, kind of purple. This one here, Metalhead. There's two kind of purple ones. One is Punk Rock, and then Metalhead next to it. Metalhead, Punk Rock. So, first I need to start off with a transition color. And since these are all shimmers, I'm going to use a different palette with a cream shadow. Well, not cream, just a powder type shadow. And I think that I'll use that out of, might as well introduce it. This Aphrodite palette by Bad Habit. This one is going to be the prize for in the giveaway for New Year. And it is a dupe of the Huda palette, Desert Dusk. And it has a mirror. I'm just going to show you the colors. And I really like this palette because it does have a mirror and it has names to all the shadows. So for my transition color, let me take the plastic off. I'm going to go with Passion. Let's see. It's this one here. Kind of on the brown side as my transition color. Okay. So I need a brush. Make sure the brush is clean. And let's get some of this Passion on the brush and see what that looks like. This is my first time using both of these palettes. And I'm doing it right in front of you because it's trial and error month. So, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. This is nice. And the pigment is great. And it goes on real smooth. Doesn't cake up. Can you see the difference in this eye and this one? I got a little bit on my face. Let me get my brush. Knock that off. You see that color? That's Passion. Okay. So I'll do the other side. And you want to get that right up under the eyebrow and kind of coming towards the crease of your eye with that transition color. This is nice. And you only have to really run the brush just ever so gentle. I went kind of heavy because these palettes were relatively inexpensive. Um, and so I didn't think that it would have such a great color payoff, but it really does. So I need to kind of back up a little bit. I don't need as much as I thought I would need. Okay. In fact, I got wrong one, this one. Okay. I just didn't want any loose powders on my face. So guys, that's the Passion for the transition color. All right. Now we're going to move on down to the Heavy Metals palette. How do I want to do this? Because I got an old standby that I want to use under my eye. Let's see. I'm going to put the Heavy Metal in my crease. And I'm just going to tap this ever so slightly. That's the kind of purple color. See how that comes out. I really want to get that in my crease good and blend it in with that Passion from the other palette. See that purple? This is pretty. Okay, let's do the other eye. And since it's daytime, I'm not going to put it on real heavy. I just more or less want to see what kind of color payoff I'm going to get out of these palettes. And I get a chance to play in them with you before my birthday. So I can see which way I want to go with it. This purple is nice. And it's nice and shimmery. One more small coat. Make sure they're even. That's the purple. Okay, now I'm going to go in with the blue one, the Amp. Make sure I have the purple off my brush. And put that right on the eyelid. I actually think I can flip the brush and come on to the other side. Okay. And that's the Amp color. That is really pretty. So right at the end here, I'm going to kind of blend the two together. To give it a smoky effect. That's not bad. And like I say, this is a shimmer, so it is daytime, so I don't want to use too much of it. But that's nice. I like that. So again, I used the Amp from the Heavy Metals, and I used Metalhead, the purple one. So even though it's shimmer, I put it on lightly for a daytime look. All right, now I'm going to use, this is old, but I love it. This is by Jordana, and it's a blue eyeliner pencil. So I'm going to use this to line my eyes with. And it's a different blue, but it's a nice contrast to the Amp color. Yeah, I like that. Gotta keep up with this. They're so hard to find. I had one years ago, probably in the late 70s, early 80s, and uh, it was not as fat as this Jordana pencil. Uh, it was the size of a regular pencil, but I was getting down to the very end, and finally I found the color again and decided I better pick it up. And since that's halfway gone, I'll be on the lookout for one to replace that one. So now I'm just getting the shimmer away from my eyes and under eyes, I should say. Yep, not bad. Okay, so now it's time to go in with some powder to knock the rest of this setting powder off. And I'm using a Queen, CoverGirl Queen collection. And this is number 415. So I'll just get a little bit of this on my brush. I mostly knocked it off on the cheeks. I just had my forehead, but I'm going to go over my whole face with this. I can't believe the passion color from the Aphrodite palette. This one here, the one that's going to be the in the giveaway for New Year. This palette, I would actually say on my trial and error that this has a better color payoff than the Heavy Metals by Urban Decay. And that's something to say for that palette. Um, the Aphrodite palette is a dupe for the uh, 18 color palette, Desert Dust by Huda. And I want to say that palette is $45. This one is up under 20. The one that will be the gift or the giveaway gift for New Year. So that's a nice palette. Plus it comes with a mirror, and you don't find many inexpensive palettes that have names associated with the colors, and you also get a mirror. So that's an exceptional value to get that palette. Okay, all right. So we're coming along pretty good. Put this down so I don't drop and break that. And next for, I want to put on blush. Where's my blush? Okay. Like I said, the Florrie Roberts is quite pigmented, so I'm going to see how much is left on the end of my blush brush. Let's see. Oh, quite a bit. See, it's quite a bit. That's all the blush I need for daytime. Look, it doesn't need to be heavy. I'll just go around the top of my forehead and use it like a bronzer. Oh yeah. It's coming out nice. I love this blue. Since I had on a blue jean jacket, I thought blue would be just the right color to use. Okay, so I don't have to use this palette for blush. Now, highlighter. And get my glasses because it's something I wanted to say about this highlighter. Oh, I know what it was. This highlighter I purchased from Marshall's. It's by Live Beauty, and it's a 6 palette highlighter. And I was kind of doing a little research, and I was quite surprised that uh, kind of loose. I was quite surprised when I found that Huda. Now this palette was about $12 for 6 colors by Live Beauty. Huda has a palette. It's has 4 colors, and it's called Winter Solace, and it's $45. And so they had 4 colors that were really similar to what's in this palette here. They had one called Frosted Kiss, and it was similar to this one here. They had one called Arctic Glow, which was kind of like a deeper uh, color with a little gold to it, and it would be similar to this one in the center. Then they had one called Winter Rose, and that was in between this pinky looking one here on this end and this pinky looking one on the opposite end. And I'm like, wow, really? And I got I got 6 colors in my palette for $12, and the Huda palette was 45. So I'm like, wow, if you take your time and shop around, you can find good deals. So now I'm going to use my fan brush, and I'm going to use this one in the center, which is similar to the Huda uh, Arctic Glow. I'm going to use that one as my highlight. And I'll get a little bit on my fan brush. And I just want to go right above the apple of my cheek and put my highlight. Oh, that's real pretty on top of this blush. See that glow? It's Arctic Glow. Let's do the opposite side. Again, right on top of the apple of my cheek. Arctic Glow. See that glow? Bam, hit you. Bam, hit you again. That's pretty. Okay, and I think I'm gonna put a little on the tip of my nose. I want to glow just a little bit. Like I say, it's uh, daylight hours, not party hours. So just a small glow on the bridge of my nose. And the tip of my nose. Yeah, that's nice. So we're coming together, ladies. Trial and error month. And this Live Beauty palette with 6 colors will give you the same bang for your buck as the Huda palette if you're on a tight budget. So we have lashes to do and lip. So I'm going to pause my video while I set up my lashes because the glue needs to be tacky on the lashes. If it's runny, don't put it near your eye. You don't want to get that glue in your eye. You have to wait until it's tacky. It comes out much better and it's simpler. Be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. I have my lashes all set up with the glue, and I'm using a eyelash applicator that I got from Amazon. And these eyelashes are by let's see, Diamond. And these I'm saving for my birthday. They have sparkle on the eyelashes. I can't wait to try those out with the Heavy Metals shimmer eyeshadow palette. So now I'm going to put this eyelash on, and I did off camera go ahead and put like a little mascara on my bottom lashes, and I put an eyeliner to follow placing my eyelash. I'm using, well, I use the uh, it's a sketch marker eyeliner in black by Too Faced, and it works pretty good. It has like a felt tip, and it allows you, instead of like using a liquid, the felt tip goes on a little bit slower. So if you don't have a steady hand, I would recommend, excuse me, using a felt tip liner instead of the liquid. So my glue is tacky now, so I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get these lashes on. It's not the easiest thing, but it is easier when the glue is tacky. So I'm going to center it where I want it on my eyes. And I hate when I get it too far over in the corner or too far this way on the inside of my eye, and then it bugs me and kind of itches. So I'm going to go center. And if you have to clip your eyelashes, if they're too long, go ahead and clip them down some. Yeah, that's real tacky. Uh-oh. Let's see. I'm going to pull this down some. Eyelashes are not the easiest thing. It takes a lot of practice. I was about ready to give up uh, with eyelashes and just, go out and have them put on. And the trick is getting that glue dry. So I do have this one down in place, and I'm not going to mess with it anymore. And you can see the difference from my right eye to the left eye. Okay, so now I'll get the second lash. And I like to get the applicator right in the center of the lash. Then that way it helps me to control it a lot easier. So the center of my eye lid, and pop that on. And then you can go back in and adjust. I think I might need this to adjust. No, I'll use my finger. I don't want to stick that in my eye. And I just press it. You can kind of feel it right on the edge of your eyelid, and you know you have it in the right position where it's the edge of the eyelash is meeting the edge of your eyelid, and just press it. And I have it done. Not bad. I'm not sure about this corner, but you get the idea of letting the glue get tacky. And I don't like the eyelash glue that usually comes in the kit with the eyelashes. It's clear and it's runny, and I prefer uh, bonding glue, just the black glue that you would typically use for like quick weaves. um, I use that glue instead, and I just take maybe like a toothpick. Or what I did today, I didn't have a toothpick available. I forgot to bring one in the room, so I just took the end of my brush and I put the eyelashes on a paper plate and just a small amount of glue. And I just dipped the tip of the brush into the glue and just ran across the band of the eyelash real gently, not a lot. And then I let it sit for about 5 minutes. That might have been too long because it was almost dry by the time I got it up to my face. But now you see I have my lashes on. When I was younger, my lashes were long like this. But time changes everything. So you work with what you got, right? And for my mascara, I don't spend a lot of money on mascara. Sometimes I'm out of Too Faced. I like that mascara, but the next time I purchase another mascara, I want to try one that has the fibers in it and see if that will help with the thinness that I have with my eyelashes. So I just use old standby from the 70s. Bam! This is a great lash. And I want to say this is by CoverGirl. It works for me. I've been using the same pink tube for close to 45 years. So only thing left now is a little bit of lipstick. So since I got blue going on, purple is close to blue. So I'm going to come back in with, who is this lipstick by? Let me get my glasses. I like it. The color is not expensive. Uh, NK, I think it's something like Mickey. Yeah, Nika K of New York, and this is color number 997. And I'm almost out. I have to get another one, but this you can get from your local beauty supply store. But I just love the color. It looks nice with like blues and grays, your blue jeans. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on. And try not to get it on my teeth. And that will finish this look. Eyelashes blinging. Got my heavy metals colors going on. I think it came out pretty good. What do you guys think? I hope you like it because one of you will be the winner of the Urban Decay Heavy Metals palette, and someone else will be the winner of the Aphrodite palette. And one is for Christmas. Your Urban Decay will be the Christmas giveaway, and the Aphrodite palette will be New Year's. And the gifts are coming in. I got the Aphrodite palette from Hush. I don't know if you can, yeah, there it is there. Hush. It's a secret because they have really, you can find some nice bargains. I'm not going to say everything is the bomb, but you can find some nice palettes and a few lip colors from them. I'm not too keen on the foundations. They're not for my skin tone, but they do have some nice eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to get one more from them, which is similar to the Anastasia palette, Subculture, no, Modern Renaissance palette. And they have one that's very similar to Anastasia's palette. So I hope you guys have a good remainder of your day. Be sure to like this video and subscribe. Tap the bell for future uploads because you do not want to miss out on the giveaway. It's coming in 2 weeks. Count them, 2 more weeks, and it'll be time for the entry of the giveaways. So I want you all to take care and stay sweet. I love you. Bye.